to My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. We are here locally, right in the city of Oldsmar, featuring the Upper Tampa Chamber of Commerce. I'm Barbara Marville, and it gives me great pleasure to do these interviews because we actually bring the community to you. Let you see what's happening in our community, from business owners to ambassadors of the Chamber, and why it's so beneficial to be a member. With me happens to be Mr. Dennis Harton,
How are you?
Harton Dynamics.
That's it.
Welcome.
Well, thank you, Barbara. We appreciate being here.
This is the first I've heard about your concept. I may live under a rock at times, but this really has me excited. Tell me how you bridge the gap with your employees and employers and how you customize the various benefits for businesses.
We really try and focus. I've been in the industry for about 25 years and in different parts of the country. And I really noticed a couple of years ago, I just noticed that healthcare is taking just drastic increases. And I would meet with employers year after year, and there just didn't seem to be a lot of solutions. So I switched gears in January. We formed Harton Dynamics. I partnered with a division that I'd worked closely with out of Kentucky. I'm a Kentucky boy at heart, so we're excited about the basketball season this year. But ultimately for Florida, I was just really frustrated with the lack of options that were being given to our employers. And I saw the costs going through the roof, and it's just not a sustainable number at the current pace.
So when you say the options were just unacceptable, like what? You
Well,
probably have a list, but give us a few of your top ones.
I can tell you we focus on four things, which I can get to. The thing that I see happening the most is year after year, unfortunately, my peer group, my community, the broker peer group that I had seen would show up every year, and it was a standard practice. Hey, we got an 18% increase on your health care. It's a multi-million-dollar spend in many cases for most employers. It's typically a top 2 or 3 spend, and that increase every single year has now gone to a point that it's out of control. And so employers are given the option of, hey, we got an 18% increase, but for you, I was able to go and negotiate, and we got it down to just 10 or 7. And what people don't realize is they expect their broker to be working on their behalf, when in reality, if I deliver to you a 10% increase as an employer, the insurance company makes a bunch of money, and by the way, I get a 10% raise for not doing a great job.
Sure.
And I got tired of seeing that because I know there are solutions that exist in the current environment, and it ends up being a significant top news story every single night. Trump's trying to attack it the best he can. Obama did what he could to attack it, and quite frankly, I don't think either one of them at the federal level are going to give us the solutions that we need for our community. So nothing against either one of them. They
Sure.
both tried to tackle a massive problem.
Massive it is. So basically, you saw these frustrations and you decided to stand up and step out and do something about it.
Yeah, because there are solutions. So the rising cost of healthcare is not incredibly complicated. It's I've got a friend named Dave Contorno. He's a contributor to a book called Restoring the American Dream that I discovered last year. I can get that book out to the community. I've delivered it to a lot of people saying, go read these 2 chapters. And one of them talks about the pressures that are on the market that most people aren't paying any attention to. And the other portion talks about the solutions and the advisor community that's trying to deliver those solutions. And that was an initiative that I could get behind. I love the big fight, and I'm happy to go deliver it when I know there's a path that actually will deliver those solutions. And so he laid out a few things that I just bought into, that healthcare is not broken. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do. Our hospitals and the insurance companies are not nonprofit entities. They're building profit.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, and they're growing at a pace that's astronomical, and it's really been ever since the Affordable Care Act has come into place. A lot of the things that we intended for the Affordable Care Act to do did move the needle, but it just moved the needle in the wrong direction. What ended up happening is it put the employers, there's no one working on their behalf. Harton Dynamics wants to be that company that's working on their behalf. We communicate what we make from a compensation standpoint, so there's transparency. We go out to market and help them expose, just like any good employer. If you're a construction company and all of a sudden the cost of your 2x4s go through the roof, you pay attention to it and you go find another solution. So we want to help them manage their healthcare supply chain. Instead of taking this black box that gets delivered every year and you just accept that, hey, 10% or 11% is acceptable. We want to expose and give them the financials around what's in that black box.
Well, I mean, it has gone through the roof, and to see a company like yours that is doing something about it, it makes a lot of sense. And you just started this at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, January. I'm not new to the industry, and the partners that I partnered with, I think anybody in business, if they tell you that they have all the answers, they're wrong.
We need to kind of run.
Yeah, you should. I don't have all the answers, but what I have is a 25-year history of building great relationships with brilliant people and doing a lot in the communities that I'm involved. I've moved around with my past career because I took on bigger and bigger challenges and got to the very top of the game and just felt that, hey, I have one more rodeo left in me and I'm wanting to go do something that helps the community. I picked Oldsmar because I love the people here. I love the community. I love the relationship that this community gives for me. They've been phenomenal. The Chamber's been a huge piece of that for me. And the network that I've built here, I want to help here first.
Oh, that's great. That's music to my ears. You now, just before the show, we were talking about how you customize for the employees.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm employee A and I'm working for employer B. What kind of questions are you asking? How do you do a profile on your employees? Are each in other words, this isn't, I feel like it's not cookie cutter insurance.
No, it can't be.
Okay, talk to me about that.
We're all different.
Listen up.
So this is the thing that I see, and I've spent a lot of money to become that expert and have all the answers myself. However, the people that I'm sitting in rooms with learning from, the piece that I hear that they're missing. We spend a lot of time as an advisor community communicating to the employer, here's what you need to do to lower costs, because that's where it starts. The employer community is trying to attract and retain employees, but the cost has gotten so high, it's putting a lot of pressure on them. And so what do? They pass it down to the employee. And they do it in terms of, let's raise the deductible, so that'll deter people from running to the hospital. What it's done unintentionally is scare the employees. The employees don't know what their health care is going to pay. There's massive confusion. So all I try and do is help the employer look at, if you're trying to attract and retain employees, do the employees understand the money that you're spending, how to best utilize it? Do they know where to go for care? Because just because a hospital might advertise that they're the best in the industry or the best in the area, you can pay for that advertising. You don't necessarily know when I'm going to get my hip replaced or I need knee surgery. Do I even need knee surgery? There's documentation out there that show that 30% of the surgeries that are conducted are unnecessary.
Don't even get me started about that.
So think about that and that stress that puts on a family. So if we can help the employee understand where to go, where's the best pharmacy spend, right? So pharmaceuticals have gone through the roof. We have, in fact, we've got an event coming up that's going to highlight one of our local vendors that I think does a great job. It's the Canadian Med Store. They import meds from around the world and bring them here to the U.S. The exact same meds that are here. Yeah, and they do a tremendous job. So that's just one simple thing, and we help the employees. Do you know that exists? So we don't want them to be afraid. If I've got a $4,000 deductible and we know less than half of the country has $500 sitting in the bank account, if I have this weird pain, am I going to run to the doctor and get it treated? Most of the community now is starting to stand back from that. They're afraid to go to the doctor because they might get overtreated. They might get told they need surgery that they don't necessarily need because, again, they're not running nonprofits. So, and there's also litigation they're concerned about. So the hospitals are trying to do a good job. The doctors are trying to help the community, but they're concerned if they don't run that test, are they going to end up in a lawsuit? So we just help the employees understand how to be good consumers and how the employer is trying to help them as an employee make sure that they have what they need. If they're not healthy, if they're not happy, they're not productive.
Exactly.
So that's really, it's that end goal. So that's really where I've spent most of my time, is that with that employee side by side saying, I know you're concerned because you dealt with cancer with your mom. Let's talk about how that impacts you.
Sure.
I know you're concerned because you've got a high deductible. Is there some way that we can mitigate that risk, shift that risk off to somebody else, or we can end up helping you cover it by insuring it with a product? And doing that with the consumer in mind first. What's in their best interest? Because I have a general belief that I can come into this market and help this community and do it the right way. In 20 years from now, I'll be here and known as the agency that helped employers and employees do it the right way. And I'll make plenty of money. I'm certain of that. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned is, can I help the consumer in the area?
So basically, I love this guy.
Thank
Basically,
you. You're
what
very
you're doing
kind.
is You're clarifying everything for the employee and really taking them from living in what if land.
Yeah.
That creates a lot of stress. And when they have that kind of stress, it affects their performance all the way around on many levels. I cannot thank you enough for coming on My Chamber TV today. This is music to my ears, and I'm sure for many of you out there, you really have to get a hold of this gentleman, Dennis Hartman. You are really doing some fabulous work here. No wonder you're on the show today. I can't thank you enough. Now, this event that's coming up here, we just have about a minute remaining, is on Wednesday, September 19th from 8 to 10:30.
Yeah, we've got two. We're going to do two back to back. So we're going to do one in Clearwater. We're going to do one right here in Oldsmar at the Tico Room at the library.
Perfect.
And so we're just asking if you want to be involved in that. It is RSVP only, and there's limited space.
Okay.
So again, same thing with the book I mentioned. If somebody wants a copy of the book, you can go to our website.
Okay.
It's www.Harton Dynamics, just like Martin with an H, dynamics.com. Registration is open. We have a couple of events going on. We have a well-being event that we're speaking at down in South Florida in the same month of September. So if they want any of that information or they want to register, today's a good day to go to get that done.
And anybody can go to this?
Yeah, we're really opening up for the community. It's not a sales pitch. We're just bringing in people that we know bring real value to the community that anybody can access. And so we're trying to put them in a room and bring that to our Oldsmar community. We'll do them quarterly, so this is just the first round. We've been working on it for months.
I am so proud of you. Thank you for doing this.
kind.
And I mean, you bring a lot to the table with 25 years experience. You've seen it all. You've been there, done it, and you're really raising the awareness on the best kind of insurance that could affect you and really give you that peace of mind, right?
I was so excited to find out solutions exist. We just got to get the word out. So
We'll
we
get
appreciate
the word
you helping
out.
us do
We
that.
will definitely get the word out. We're going to push this out on social media.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. And if you want to get a hold of this gentleman, I'm sure it's going to be well worth your time. Tell your friends, neighbors, and relatives. And if you are an employer, you definitely want to call him and find out how you can make some changes and maybe even improve the performance of employees. I mean, this takes a whole lot of stress off.
The dollars that they're spending, we can put money right in employers' bottom line. So the Chamber's been a big part of that, and we thank them for that.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with more on My Chamber TV.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are featuring the Upper Tampa Bay community of the Chamber of Commerce right here in Oldsmar, Florida. We have a lot to cover and we have some great guests, and one of them happens to be not only a business owner but a major icon of 15 years with the Chamber right here in Oldsmar. David Frank, welcome my friend.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You were giving me a quick, wonderful overview on what you've been doing, what you're going to be doing. So I'm just going to turn the show kind of over to you and get started. 15 years, right?
Yes, Lightning Technology Group has been in business for 26 years. We're a managed service provider. That's a term that they call us now. We do IT support for small to medium businesses. We're a one-stop shop. We do everything from the computer to the server to the router to the website. So there's nothing that we can't handle from a technology standpoint. And right now there's some very hot trends. People are coming around to being more comfortable with cloud services. We offer cloud servers, hosted Exchange, Office 365, voice over IP phones, and a lot more. So we've been very busy in the area supporting our clients and their IT needs for over 26 years.
Those are some major assets when it comes to becoming a member of the Chamber, because from what I've learned over time, you must stay current with technology, social media, and all the bells and whistles that are changing and transitioning on a daily basis.
It's a never-ending process. We've gone through that transition. They rename what we are from a VAR to a systems builder, to a systems integrator. Now it's an MSP. It all means the same thing. We're taking care of technology, but you're right. We have to learn new things every day and stay on top of it. And one of the things that we do, and my role, is that we bring that technology to the Chamber as well too. So being a member of the Chamber and on their board of directors, we're really advancing the technology for the Chamber as well.
Well, that is really obvious, and it's so nice to be able to offer that for business owners that, or I mean even people that are moving here from out of state to know what's happening in this beautiful community. Now, you really got my attention on something that you're doing that just really lit me right up, and that is taking the vehicle and going out into the. I'm going to let you talk about that. I want you to share this. This is awesome.
Sure. So the Chamber this year is, with the staff and the board of directors, is really on a big initiative to get out and use social media and be more in the community and promote what we do. And so one of the fun things that we're doing this year is we're using our RV, and we've created a program called UTB On The Go. We have a logo for it. Might be too small to see here, but and this logo is also a label. And what we do with UTB On The Go is we pick locations to go out somewhat randomly and surprise them and deliver lunches. So we have member restaurants that donate the food, and we put together like box lunches, and we go out and we deliver them to the community to let them know that the Chamber's active in the community.
And how many times are you doing that, like in a week or a month?
Trying to do it around once a month, maybe occasionally twice a month. We just kind of got started. One of the things that we did that was fun is to kick off the start of the new school year is we went to Oldsmar Elementary and we delivered all the teachers' lunches, and that was about a week or two ago. So
That is a great way to kick this off.
sure. And the thing that we're doing is we're really trying to promote UTB Upper Tampa Bay. And so we want the community and businesses to really get behind that and understand what UTB is. And Upper Tampa Bay is our footprint, which is Oldsmar, West Chase, Town and Country, and Northwest Hillsborough. And we used to be, many, many years ago, just a pass-through to get from Clearwater over to Tampa.
Oh.
But we've grown up to be a large community area with every possible service and communities and venues, and it's just a great place to live and work and play. And so we're trying to get out there and promote that as Upper Tampa Bay. And to do that, we're also launching UTB Life, hashtag UTB Life, and there's going to be some branding behind that. And we want everybody in the area, as they experience our businesses, our parks, the racetrack, the zip lining, all the shopping, the mall, as you're out there enjoying what the Upper Tampa Bay area has to offer, we want you on social media promoting that as hashtag UTB Life, because it is a good life here in the Upper Tampa Bay area.
And who knew, right? And how long has the Chamber of Commerce been in existence? Quite a long time, right?
Quite a long time. I believe it's over 50 years, so Jerry might get on me for not knowing that answer. For being
It's okay. We'll take it.
It's been a long time. Let's just say that. So.
Well, and you know, it's exciting thinking back to all the chambers at one time, and people had this misperception on Chamber of Commerce is that it was the good old boys and they're all cliquey and they don't, you know. If you get involved with this chamber, you're going to see that you really are one of the hubs in the community. You're like a pulse that goes all the way around this Oldsmar area. We're right here at their Chamber of Commerce, which, oh my goodness, it has so much history in this historical building, and we're going to be doing some special segments on it. But to hear how you have just stayed on top of everything year after year, and now to do this UTB on the go, the UTB Life and the hashtag and all that good stuff, it really shows that everybody that's with the chamber also has that heartbeat going on, and you want to get this all out there.
Sure, I think maybe the misconception is that we're just about our business and our business members, and of course that is number one, and we are concerned about promoting business to business and our business members, but it's much more than that because we're very active in the community.
Yes.
We have the nonprofit for the Education Foundation, and again, going out and doing this UTB on the go and other events that we do, and we're a driver behind some of the top major events in the area like Oktoberfest and Oldsmar Days and Nights and that kind of thing. So it's really, really much more. It's full, well-rounded involvement in the community. So we're really out there driving that excitement, and we're driving that this year by branding the UTB Life and making sure that people understand that life is really good in the Upper Tampa Bay area.
Well, it certainly is, and we've been interviewing you guys here on My Chamber TV for a good little while, and I learned something new every single time. And to be involved in the community, whether you're a business owner or simply a resident, this is really the way to get connected to your community, because everyone is engaging with one another. And what I notice about the chambers when I refer to this as a heartbeat is it's like a happy family. It's a business family, it's a chamber family, it's a community family. Everybody jumps in with both feet, right?
Yes, and we've always said that we have big chamber services and we have a small chamber feel. So we're here, we're local, we're reachable, accessible, we're out in the community, and again, getting out there with UTB on the go is a sign of that. And so people can find out more about us from our website, which is utbchamber.com. We're active on Facebook. We're really going to be improving our social media skills, coordinating all of our messaging together across all these platforms. And a part of that is communicating UTB Life and also UTB on the go. And the technology in our website allows members to offer members deals. We have blogs. The information that we're going to be putting on the blogs will be coordinated across Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to be using a big social media effort to promote the chamber and to promote the area.
That's exciting. And your company is Team Lightning. Did you say how long have you been in business?
We've been in business for 26 years. January of 2015, we spun off our web division, so we also have Thunder Media Group. So we have Lightning and Thunder.
I love it.
Lightning does all the IT support for small businesses, and then Thunder Media is our company that does the web designs and the social media. And it's been my privilege to leverage our knowledge and technology to the Chamber of Commerce and bring them up to a full use of technology. They've been an early adopter from infrastructure. They use a cloud server. They use voice over IP phones. They use a lot of technology that people are doing today that they've been using for 5 years or longer. So we're always trying to push the technology for the chamber.
And that's the point that we were making earlier on, is you're right on par. You're keeping everything up to date. And we just have a minute remaining. Real quickly, because you are on the board here, I wanted to mention Celebrate Oldsmar is coming up August 31st and September 1st. And there's going to be a lot of entertainment going on there. And I hope that you will get involved. You never know until you get involved with the chamber. And you guys just have the whole thing together here. I love to hear about all
Yeah,
this.
that's another great event. We kind of have 2 times a year that we celebrate Oldsmar. The city's really behind this one. We're partnered with the city. We have a strong relationship with the city of Oldsmar, so we will be backing this upcoming Oldsmar celebration. And kind of a fun thing, the chamber, and then we got involved with it accidentally, are promoting one of the side events during that. We're calling it Bugs on the Bay. And we're bringing out old classic Volkswagens. I have a 65 Volkswagen bus.
Awesome.
We'll be bringing that out. So it'll be a fun day, lots of music.
Awesome.
Another community event.
Well, thank you.
Thank
you. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We are right down here in the heart of Oldsmar, featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. And I have a chance to interview for the second time in a week Mr. Steve Grant. You are a rock star.
I'm all over the place.
You are all over the place. Now you're with the Tampa Bay newspapers, and you do these individual community papers. I'm going to let you tell us all about it. And I know you have a map here to show exactly where you go, which is just about everywhere.
Well, what we do, we are the community newspaper arm, and we have 14 different papers throughout Pinellas, Pasco, and Hernando County. And very soon, another one will be launching in October, will be the Brooksville Beacon.
Nice.
So we'll have another one. And what we do is we bring the local news that's right in your neighborhood, the happy news. We can, let the major newspapers and your internet and your televisions take care of all the sad stuff that's going around the world. But what we do is tell you what's going on right down the block, your schools, your libraries, events in your area. We cover the chambers of commerce. Today with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber, we have they let their people know what's going on in their chamber. There's a full page in my Eastlake Oldsmar Beacon, which is one of my favorites. And we do have coverage from Spring Hill all the way down to Tierra Verde. And soon we'll be over here in Elgins and Brooksville.
That's pretty massive, and there must be a reason why. It's like the good old-fashioned village paper on what is really happening in the community.
Well, when you pick up an electronic device, and you're this and that, and you'll get sidetracked and it'll go away.
Right.
And then you have to go searching again for it and that kind of stuff. Well, when you want to read a paper or when you want to read about your local things, you just pick it up whenever you want and set it down and go get a cup of coffee, and there it is right there in front of you.
That's right.
It's a lot easier. And the older seniors still read papers, and according to the demographics we get, and we just had a recent survey done by a national company, and they say a 66 to 68% of the readership read it from front to back, and the age demographic is 35 to 80, with with an income value of 35,000 to 100,000. So that's a pretty good group that reads our papers on a weekly basis.
Exactly, and I'm actually a little surprised at 35-year-olds.
They do. I mean, yeah. Well, let's put it to you like this: you go to college, right? Do you buy a pizza without clipping a coupon? Now, maybe the Z's generations may have all that fancy equipment and download and stuff like that, but they still read stuff that's going around. And again. It's there for you. You can set it down, pick it up whenever you want, and that kind of stuff. So.
And I actually understand that some of these generations are kind of getting back to some of the good old-fashioned, laid-back ways of doing things, like picking up a newspaper and just sitting down and actually relaxing with it. My husband, he lives to read the paper. 5 o'clock every morning, he's there with his coffee and his paper, and that's okay.
It's what it is. There's a mix going on these days. Social media and internet is wonderful. It doesn't tell you everything that's going on. I think what's happened is just taking a mix. The internet's like the old yellow pages. You know? And they pick up, you see one of our ads in the paper, and they'll remember it, or they'll see it a billboard, or they'll see something, and they'll go, okay, where am I I gotta get that number. Well, then they Google the number, and then the person on the other end of the phone will say, well, where'd you get our number? Well, I Googled it. And they think that's where they saw it. That's not true. Where they saw it originally was either in our paper or on a billboard or on a sign or television or something. But what internet is today is the Yellow Pages of yesteryear. So
That's very interesting. I've never heard it
put like that. But that's basically what it is. Poor yellow. The Yellow Pages aren't even. Are they around still? I think they are, but I don't. They're like a little tabloid book.
Yes,
So,
yes, they are. Gosh, I feel so old just thinking about the Yellow Pages. But we were just talking about it earlier. Times are changing. They are, but there still are the people set in their ways. They want to read the paper. It's something tangible.
Well, we are doing very, very well. The community newspapers are doing well. We focus and saturate in small areas rather than take, for example, we'll do 26,000 in Oldsmar and East Lake area. Instead of doing 26,000 in the Tampa Bay area, we saturate it in communities in that, and allow your advertising dollars to focus where you live, eat, and breathe.
And that makes sense. It's focus on just that community.
It also allows you to pick your areas a little bit more in a micromanaged way. Say, if you're a high dollar item, for example, and you want to advertise in Bel Air, Newport Richey, and East Lake, you can do just that. Just for an example.
Exactly.
So.
It just made me think about realtors, because they're in various communities, so they can fine-tune on a particular area that might be hotter than others. And
I think real estate right now is a seller's market, and they're going absolutely nuts. We have one fellow that does a full page with us every week. He sells 2 homes. He says he's been averaging about 2 homes a week.
I'm not surprised.
And it shocks me. I think he's got a good deal on either his commission rate or whatever, but it's a seller's market right now.
It's the market. It's the market. I've never seen it like this, and it's really great. Advertising is never going to be going away. Reading the old-fashioned newspaper is never going to go away. They want to see hometown stories, hometown people, and I think more and more families are wanting to get more back to that.
You know how much fun it is to go out to an event, take some pictures, and they say, "Hey, look, you got your paper. You're in the paper," and all that kind of stuff. That's not going to go away.
No, it's not.
Fun. That's a lot of fun.
It's not. I remember the paper when I moved down here from Michigan. It was a local paper, and I took a bunch of kids to do an art project, window painting, and we won the contest for Halloween, painting pumpkins and to this day my kids still talk about that. So you're actually creating memories in the paper.
Right. We're creating also local sections for, like, right now I'm working on a retirements community insert, so that we'll talk about the issues for seniors retiring. We have Just for Women section coming out where that'll talk about the women's issues, and so all the people that want to just focus into that type of thing.
Nice.
And we specify and do a lot of that.
Now, is that going to be on every paper respectively, or just for those events that are coming in the community?
No, it gets inserted into the paper.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, it
very
gets
good.
inserted. And we are not ignoring the fact that internet is out there. We have 2 websites. TBN Newspapers has 2 divisions. We have the Tampa Bay Newspapers, which is Palm Harbor, East Lake South, and then we have the Suncoast News Division, which is North Pinellas North through Pasco and Hernando. So
Suncoast News, I remember that from when I first moved down here from Michigan.
Right. When we have two websites, tbnweekly.com, on which you can go online and read the paper, and the suncoastnews.com, which you can go online and read different papers. And they're both interconnected. But some stories will be you can find stories specific to your areas.
Exactly. This is a free paper.
It is. It doesn't cost a cent. And it's delivered every week, put it in a plastic bag, and home delivered like the old-fashioned ways.
I tell you, I think it's great, especially the way you have branched out the way you have. And
we are expanding. We're doing, like I said, we're doing very, very well. We stay away from the sad sells and stick with the happy news.
It's about time. I mean, the happy news always gets the attention, and it just starts your day.
Yeah.
Well, we just have a couple moments remaining. If you just want to show us real quickly, in case you're thinking of advertising or you want to get the news, and people can choose their paper and where they're going and all that. So here you go.
there you go. You can do it wherever. If you're here, you're right in the center, spread out, and you can get as many or as few zones as you want, 1 to 14. And I'm not a meanie. I won't tie you up with 15-year contracts or anything like that.
You're not a meanie.
I'm not a meanie, right? I try to take care of my guys. So.
I love
and gals,
that.
excuse me.
And you have a little bit of history with the paper, don't you?
I have been here for about 3.5 years in the North Pinellas, and I've been working with other publications for the last 18 years here in the state of Florida.
Sounds like you do what you love.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and it's rewarding when you know you actually do some good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have just a minute, and we're going to close out this segment of Upper Tampa Bay, and it's great to have you back to do another interview within
great.
1 week. This man gets around town. He did.
Well, I'll be up in Tarpon in a little while for a luncheon.
Oh my goodness, we're liable to interview you with the Tarpon Chamber one day.
You just never know. G's working on it with you. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Steve, once again, and I'm so glad that we're getting the exposure out on My Chamber TV. If you love family community, and if you love all the great stories, happy news, you want to go ahead and talk to Mr. Steve. But we want to thank you for joining us. We're going to be coming back with more right here on My Chamber TV. We'll see you back right after this.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We are right here at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, right here in the heart of Oldsmar. And I'm very excited because we saved some of the best for last. Mr. Jerry Custon, who is the Director of Business, Manufacturing, and Education with the Chamber of Commerce. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be talking about things coming on board. And I know just before Sharon arrived here at the Chamber, you were telling me all about her, and I can certainly understand you were right. I did fall in love with her. Sharon Edwards with Platinum International, and wait till you hear what she's doing with her business and the community, which is a perfect fit. Hello, my dear.
Hello, how are you? Good to be
I'm
back.
wonderful. Tell us about Project Pop Drop and the toners and all of this, how it all came together.
Well, the company is Platinum International, and we sell toner cartridges for your printers all over the United States. We take a percentage of the proceeds from every single cartridge sold, and we buy food and we feed the homeless each month, and that is called Project Pop Drop. And we currently contribute to feeding over 90,000 meals every single month to the different homeless shelters in the greater Tampa Bay area. Brought that to the Tampa Bay area 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, and started out with a trunk load of food. And as time went on, I realized that they needed so much more than just food. They needed clothing, so I started collecting clothing from friends instead of dropping them off at some place where they're going to resell them. I'll store them all month long, and then give them the food and the clothing. Well, it grew so much that instead of keeping all the clothes that I collected in the dining room, we had to get a storage unit. And within a matter of a couple of months, we had to get a bigger storage unit. And then Jerry and the other Jerry introduced me to another chamber member at the Super Walmart in Oldsmar, the general manager, and he found out what I was doing, so he gives grants to the different shelters I go to as well. Also met another chamber member, Tim and Yanya McReynolds, who own Beamworks.
Oh, yes.
And they came in and saw what they wanted to come on a pop drop with us. And so they donated one of their trucks, and we loaded everything up from the public storage unit. Went to the shelter up in Hudson, and they said, look, you're spending too much money on the storage unit, so you can use part of our warehouse and store everything. So we nicknamed that God's Locker. So it's pretty cool. And then we just started getting businesses involved. And once a year, I partner up with the chamber, the city of Oldsmar, the mayor, and we do our annual drive, which benefits Oldsmar Cares. And last year we had 15 pop drop boxes out there, and we were hoping to get 30 out for the month of June. So that people could go and donate at the different businesses. And we ended up having 43 different businesses that participated in it. And we had the largest pop drop in the history of pop drop, which originates in Florida, or which originates in LA, California.
Okay.
So it was pretty cool. We, from the toner sales, we purchased $1,500 worth of food that month. We collected another 7,600 pounds worth of food. A whole truck filled with clothing, $600 in toiletries. I mean, it's amazing. But right now we've got 20 permanent pop drop boxes placed throughout the city of greater part of Oldsmar and West Chase in the greater Tampa Bay area, where people can drop off your clothing if you want to buy used or new toiletries, whatever you want to do, canned goods. It's pretty cool.
Wow. And this has been around for a while, but there's got to be a story behind this for how you got involved with it. Just what was your heart? You just saw the need.
Well, absolutely. I went out to LA to train, in the toner sales, and I had been selling toner here for a while. And when I went out there and went to Skid Row at their pop drop, I was like, holy Toledo. And a friend of mine said, just bring it to Florida. We'll figure it out later. And I did. And I'm telling you what, Jerry and Jerry are a huge part of this. I can't do it without them. This whole community, the chamber, it took my business from zero to hero, number one.
I love that.
But,
this is so real. This
right.
is so real. I love to hear this.
Here's the coolest part, though. When you purchase our toner,
yes.
okay, everything's guaranteed. You are going to save time, you're going to save money.
Yes.
But you're not just feeding your printer with toner. You're feeding homeless human beings that really need it. So it's a give and receive. Yeah.
And you mean to tell me in a short amount of time, I saw a 90,000 figure in how long? In how short
we contribute to feeding over 90,000 meals every single month. We do this every single month. We do it here. We do it in LA. This month we're going to be also be doing it in Washington, D.C. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is very cool. Where can we find out where to drop off?
You can go to projectpopdrop.com or just give me a call, 727-656-5222, and we'll give you a list of the different different locations, or contact the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce.
And if you want to be a business to host, we'll get another pop drop box.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right, and that's all they have to do is just give you a call, and
we'll get your box.
You'll drop off.
And then I have myself and other volunteers that'll come around and pick up the donations once a week, whatever you got, and and then you'll see where your money goes. We send out an email blast to show you where your money and your donations go. It's really cool.
The chamber president and the mayor are usually part of that truck crew. Just about all the time.
That is so
Jerry Peruzzi's
amazing.
out there every month with me.
Every month.
Yep.
Oh, that is so exciting. And these are some of the things that you wouldn't know other than if you were a member here at the Chamber or if you watch My Chamber TV, because this is what our mission is to raise the awareness that you're not just a chamber for business owners to pay your dues and do. Everybody gets involved. This is the heartbeat that I was talking about earlier on, is you truly have heart in this, and I commend you for all of what you're doing. And you've been doing this for how long?
A little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years, and I can see that light shining.
Right,
yeah.
it is. It's cool. It's it's together you make a difference, but it's in your heart.
The only sad part is that there's such a need.
Yeah.
But thank goodness, I should say thank Godness. I love the God's Locker thing.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's fabulous. And I knew that was coming even before you said it, because I thought, this girl is making things happen. You are manifesting all of what you need here to give back to the community. And I tell you,
it's cool though. When you do God's work, it's amazing who He puts in your life.
Thank you.
And I'm forever grateful for this chamber, this community. It's pretty cool.
Well, there's a lot to be said for that, and I just commend you. I want to get to know you better and see where we can help you with WeBeam TV and raising the awareness. You're a perfect guest for our village show in raising the awareness on what's going on and how we can give back to the community more and more and more, and how you can give back. And doesn't it feel so good to give?
It does.
It really does.
Give and receive.
I tell you, that's what it is. Jerry, now you have been with the chamber for how long?
So about 16 years.
Oh, he just lets that roll off his tongue. Yeah, just about 16 years.
Well, I spent 30 in the military. So this is my second.
And thank you for your service.
Yeah, second time around with it.
You should see all the medals he has on the wall back right here at the chamber. But you are very, very much involved. Everybody gives you those high accolades and praises, and certainly well deserved. I'm going to turn over to you because I know you have a few things to mention. And just before the show, he said, you're going to love Sharon. You're going to absolutely fall in love with her. And yep, it is a whole love thing here. Thank you for that, both of you.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, you know me and you know her. That's
exactly.
right. See this? It's our invisible hearts on our sleeves, right?
It's not invisible, by the way.
It's not. Same for you. What's going on with the chamber?
Well, we got a lot of things, and I know you've. I thank you for already mentioning. We do a lot with the city to celebrate Oldsmar. That's coming up over Labor Day weekend. That's a big thing that the city does. They don't do their fireworks the 4th of July. They move them to Labor Day. So we'll have Stormbringer. I think they have Stormbringer one night. Soul Circus Cowboy the next night. So it's a great outlet on the bay, and fireworks following that. With the chamber, we have a fun thing coming up tomorrow night. We call our annual indoor golf. So we have 9 basically restaurants that'll be hosting stuff with special drinks and some appetizers and things, and you drive around, play a putt-putt hole, and have a couple drinks, and some people choose to hire Uber or whatever it is to get around. So,
I was going to say.
so that's a lot of fun.
I'm going to win the green jacket or the bling bling jacket this year.
And our women's winner gets a green jacket, and our men's winner gets a plaid jacket to wear for the year. So
oh, how fun.
So that's fun. The other things we'll talk about a little bit more next month we have coming up, but we're really interested in. One of them is again charitable. We're going to have our annual golf tournament on October the 5th, That'll be up at Fox Hollow. It'll be supporting, or some of the proceeds will go to Jan Stevenson's Crossroads Foundation for disabled vets. So that's a real good one coming up. The evening before that, we'll have our 6th annual manufacturing dinner. That'll include Pasco, Pinellas, Hernando, and Hillsborough counties. We bring together our manufacturers, our schools, our legislators, our economic developers, our workforce developers, to all talk about that manufacturing sector. So that'll be that. And then the end of October, of course, we'll talk more about that next month. We have our annual Oktoberfest, which is our 22nd or 23rd. We do that out at the Tampa Bay Downs. That'll be the 19th through the 21st. And we're actually going to keep our big tent up for the next weekend because Jan Stevenson and the Crossroads Foundation, we're going to have Boo Fest over the Halloween weekend.
Oh,
and we'll be having some other great bands out there for that too. So
nice.
So
Come see us in Oldsmar.
So we have a lot of
all right,
a lot of fun things to do coming up.
Oh, that's so great! My goodness, I can't believe the segment's really going down fast. I have just a few seconds remaining. I want to thank both of you for helping us wrap up My Chamber TV today, and I hope you'll get involved. I mean, they're doing some wonderful things in the community. It truly is one big happy family with businesses, residents, people giving back, and there's nothing like giving back. So think about joining the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. Just come on in and see what's happening down here. It will be well worth your while. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All are welcome.
Yes, and
All
we'll
are
see you
welcome.
soon here on My Chamber TV.